Hi everyone, Sue's Journal Adventures here. Couple of little projects for you. So I'm sat in bed this morning and I saw a picture of something, not what I'm going to make, but it gave me the idea to make what I'm making, and then that went into another idea and that went into something else, and yeah, you know how it goes. Excuse me, that was a bit hoarse then, wasn't I? I was a bit hoarse. I've tidied my desk, guys. It took me till about 11 o'clock last night, but I cleared my desk because I was sick of seeing the mess. Right, so what are we making? I don't know, because I don't know what I've done with it. Oh, let's see. See. So I sat upstairs and I actually made out of just a random piece of card. I had some pieces of card in my drawer next to me, torn off. It was when I was making things or cutting the edge bits off, and it were just scraps that I put in my drawer in case I want to write any notes down. So out of this, I just tore the random shape, and you know, it's worked better than when I've actually cut it. But anyway, this is what we're making. Mine is not straight, okay? I'm going to have to perfect this before I actually make one for my journal. I had a piece of paper a minute ago. I did. I have. Right, so I've got this. I think this is slightly bigger than A4. Let me have a look. The longer that your piece of paper... what am I looking at? Sorry. Just let me get my head in gear. Yes, it is. It's 11 and a half. I think a random A4 is about 11, or maybe it's 11 and a half, I don't know. Anyway, what I've done, so I saw this and I like this. I'll show you my little torn one that I did upstairs. Let me take the white away again. So basically, I tore this because I didn't have any scissors upstairs. But my idea was to have this card. You know, like we do those pockets that fold back and fold back on themselves. So I thought of that, but with both sides. So this side folds in to the middle, this side folds into the middle. So you've got that cool look. I like that. But then I thought, wouldn't it be cool if this that finishes here folded in and met in the middle? But as you can see, my piece of card wasn't long enough to do that. But I thought, well, if that folds in, you've got this really cool shape. I like that. Unfortunately, mine doesn't go to the edge. If I had a longer piece of paper, I could fold there and fold it back. So I would get that like a bit of a kind of an envelope shape. But you can still do it like this. If, like me, you can't find a super long piece of paper that works for you. So, firstly, I got a piece of paper and I just folded the bits in, and then I just put it together. I think, no, I didn't. I just tore. I tore down one side and tore down the other. I folded them over, sorry. I folded the flaps in and just tore them, so I could try and do this, what I'm doing. So the first thing is to you could do this by getting a tag and wrapping it around your tag, so you get a nice snug fit to your tag. Okay, so I just eyeballed it and folded both parts into the middle, so I had that with all this flapping about. Okay, at that point you can glue there and there and stick it down, because you've got that. Then do not need to stick the middle bit, and it doesn't matter if it overlaps. If you can't do it where it doesn't overlap, it doesn't matter, because I've just done one that overlapped. This, like I say, I would love it to fold from there and come down into the middle, but my piece of paper wasn't long enough. So still wanted it to come into the middle, so I just folded it there and there. Okay, now at this point, if your paper went right to the edge of the page, at this folding back point you would glue there and there, because that bit, so that bit's a pocket, that bit is then a pocket. It's a tall, slim pocket, but you've got some nice, tall, slim tags, you know. That would become a pocket. So that would need to be stuck down there. And same at this side. So you've got 2 pockets there and there. Then folding this one back, it would be glued down there if it was wide enough. You'd just glue the bottom and the bottom, and it gives you like a little open envelope kind of look. And you can put something in there if you've got a piece of paper slim enough. Bit too slim, but whatever you put in there, it's glued at the bottom anyway, but it technically kind of holds it closed. It's a bit like something Sarah Lee did, I think, but different. She did it totally different. But yeah, so I was thinking of folding, but this piece of paper wasn't long enough. But then I thought, well, it doesn't matter, because if all that were glued just at the bottom, let me find some different coloured bits of paper. This and this could still be a tuck spot, because it'd only be glued at the bottom, so you wouldn't have out sticking out at the bottom, it'd be up there. So okay, so there could still be tuck spots, you'd still have that. So you would have 2 tuck spots, a pocket and a pocket. I liked that. And then I got my little bits that I'd torn off, so you can see my page wasn't very big, and I stuck them behind there. And I thought, oh, that looks cool. That looks like a floating envelope. Oh, wow. So you could do that where you cut off bits if you wished. You don't have to. They could be an unusual shaped tag. You could punch, put a bit of ribbon hanging out, slot that in there. Same with that side. You could have plain paper in the background and for this bit, and then you could have them with pretty paper or something. And they actually kind of almost look like there's an envelope floating in the middle of them. I did do something like this once before, created a pocket. But anyway, so that's just an idea. You don't have to do that. That was just me trying to use up every little scrap of paper. So I made one. It didn't go great. Where did I put it? I've put it somewhere. Oh my goodness. There's only me that can lose things as quick as I lose things, you know. Here it is. So I've just made one and glued it. So it is actually a fully glued pocket that's nice and snug for your card, because you've measured it with your card. You can leave a little bit of space, so you can make sure you get your card in it. Just make sure you leave a bit of space at the bottom to glue. And then, I ain't got a card, but let's just say you could put that in there. And then you can also have stuff just tucked in there. This is just a template. It's not a... I actually prefer, to be honest, I actually prefer the torn edges. I think that looks really cool. So I might try it again and tear the edges. Right, I'm going to show you how I made it. I know I just have, but I'm going to show you how I made it. And try and cut it right, or tear it right even. So I've got this just piece of scrap paper here. So my first thing to do was I put my tag, I want to make sure my tag's in the middle. So I found exactly halfway in my page. I did not fold it, because you don't want it folded, you want your back flat. But I just made a little crease in the bottom, just so that I could ink it and show you what I'm doing. Can you see it all right? So then I sat my tag smack bang in the middle of that line, but down a bit. Just leave a bit of space for gluing. Okay, fold side one in. Okay, side one in. And then at the middle little marker, fold it back out again. I don't think that's straight. My folding never is straight. My cutting never is straight. Okay, so this is quite a long piece of paper, so I'm actually going to get the full, but I'm going to have to chop some off it. Typical. Typical on the demo, you need to cut something off straight that's got to meet in the middle. It's obviously not going to, is it? But then you fold this one in to the middle little your little marked line. Fold that in and fold it out. So you've got 2 kind of gate folds at the minute, but folded back on themselves. Hope I'm explaining this all right. It's easy, really. Then you fold your next bit back in to the middle. As you can see, mine's a bit too long. And this side is also a bit too long. So I'm gonna take this out of here. Also put a little dot up there to signify how tall my tag is when it's pushed into the pocket, giving room for glue. I put my mark in there, made it on the outside. Silly twit. Okay, so my mark's going to go about there. So I'm going to chop it off there with my skidders. Should I chop it or should I tear it? Did I tear the top of that one? No, I didn't. I cut it. I'll cut this just straight across, she says. Hoping it's, whoopsie, hope. So I could even make a smaller one out of that I've torn off. Might be better working with a smaller one, so. Let me just get this to the middle and mark where I need to chop it off, because I know I'll chop it off in the wrong place. I've suddenly started doing it on the smaller one, but hey. No matter, this is not, these folds are nothing apart from, it's just my paper's too long and I need to chop them off. So I just chop that and chop that. And then I've got the same thing in the big version and in the small version. I'd quite like to tear, but okay. It's a bit funny. So what I do at this point is these two folds here that are your first folds into the middle. I hope I'm explaining this all right. I'm probably totally confusing you, and it's the easiest thing, really. Well, getting it kind of straight is not that easy. So these two, I need to make sure that them two are together, okay, so that I can rip or cut this bit. That's not the easiest thing to do. Okay, I'm going to cut right down, whoopsie, you just moved it then, so right down to there, hoping that's going to look all right. I'm going to ink the outside. Well, actually, you need to ink different parts, so that would be on the outside. You'd see that on the inside, that on the outside, outside, inside, outside. Clear as mud, innit, guys? You're all thinking, what? You lost me 10 minutes ago. It's okay, I've lost myself several times. Right. Sorry about that. So in we go to the middle, out we go to the edge, in we go to the middle. Oh, I'm liking the look of this. And out we go to, this is, yeah, out we go to the edge. This comes back in. Oh, not quite making it now because I cut too much off. And that comes back in. Absolutely fine. Don't matter whether it's a long wide envelope or a little envelope. You've still got a pocket, a pocket, a pocket and a big pocket from which you can put something in there that fits and kind of sort of keeps it closed-ish. So gluing, I will show you me gluing because this is only a scrap piece of paper. So initial glue, get rid of the glue bob, is just there and there. The bits that you are first folding into the middle, okay? This one, because it's the right size, you need it here, I'll put it here, here and here. Because that is going to be a pocket, and I don't have a bit, oh I do have a bit, I have a bit thin enough to go in this. It's only going to be a thin tag, but that's cool. So we'll have a bit there, if any's coming up. Well, just when I say if any's coming out, a load comes out. And glue that back. So you've got your second pockets. So you've already got 3 pockets. Then you fold this bottom bit in, which creates your like envelope look. And you just need it on the edges of there and there. Glue that down, and you have this funky little pocket. So you can do it that way. If your paper's too short, you can tuck things in there, or you can have a pocket where you actually put things in and something in there. I hope that that has made sense. It's easy. It's a fold in, fold out, fold in, but just making sure that you always come to the middle. If you haven't got enough paper left at the end to come from the edges, well then just bring it in and make like a little diamond in the middle. Either one, whether it goes right to the edges or it doesn't, still looks good in my opinion, and I actually prefer it better torn. I cut that last one and I don't like it. I think the cutting highlights more that I've over folded there. But anyway, that's the pocket. I hope you like it. That's project number 1. You're getting 2 projects today. Aren't I generous? I was going to do 3, but the other one's just so simple. The other one is just a little booklet. Make a little booklet, make some little tabs, stick them on. Well, actually, I'd probably glue the back and Velcro the front. So you open the Velcros of 2 to open your little booklet. I don't even need to demo that, do I? Right, the next one. I've lost all my bits of card now. Where's all my bits of card gone? So yeah, I hope you're following this. I know you will be. It's not really hard. Looks like it's taken me about 3 tries, but anyway. What's this? Oh yeah, I think that was another try. Right, so the next thing, if you've got a 6x6 piece of paper that you're not massively bothered about, why would you not? No, sorry, erase that. Just erase that. I didn't say that. Get a 6x6 piece of paper. Double-sided would be good. Oh, no, sorry, I'm still thinking about the pocket. Sorry. Just scrap all of that. Get a 6x6 piece of paper, fold it in half, cut it in half. So I've got my halves here. I have got my halves here. I have, honestly. Okay, I've cut it in half, and then this half I folded and then folded it again. So I got 4 evenly spaced, not quite, pieces. And I'll need a journal page. So this is my journal page, okay? This is my journal page. This is another different little pocket idea. Oh, with that one, can I just say, oh, where's it gone? Oh, you could put a little butterfly down there. Oh, that looks really cute. Or you could put your butterfly up there, because if it was the tuck spot one and you only glued the middle of your butterfly, sorry, I'm flitting backwards and forwards, aren't I? This is the most awful demo. If you were tucking something behind there, you could still tuck it underneath your butterfly wings, which would look pretty cool. And that actually looks like a little envelope that's kind of holding it in, which it isn't. But anyway, there you go. Sorry, that was just a decoration idea. I'm laughing because, yeah, I don't think I'm fully awake yet. Oh, my son's back now. So, second design would be pockets. So, equally sized pieces of paper would be good. So what we're going to do is we're going to put paper number 1 down. Now, depending if you want this to be a pocket as well, going in there, you would only glue here, here, and here. Okay? That's simple. Here, here, and here, because something is going to go behind there, if you want it to. Paper 2 comes over the top. What we then do is glue here, here, and here, so that this one is now a pocket and this big one is a pocket. So you've got one there. Come along with your next piece of, oh, thank you for the visit, fly. Your next piece of paper, which is obviously, I haven't cut mine right. And you would glue this, because, yeah, the bottom of that would be glued down. You would glue, I might overlap that just slightly, here, here, and here. So you've got like a long pocket there. Oh no, sorry. My describing's really awful this morning. And it's just kind of got me because my son's just come in, wandered around and gone out again. You'd go there, and there. So what you have then, if I've got a little thin piece of paper or something, you've got a big pocket there because you've glued it down that way. You've got a pocket here because you've glued that way. And you can glue the underneath, the other side, fully down if you wish. Mine shouldn't be that long. And then the next one that lays over the top, okay, would be glued down in your backwards C shape. So that then becomes a pocket there. Sorry, I can try and now vanish this man. A pocket there and a pocket there. So what you have in effect is a pocket 1, pocket 2, pocket 3 and pocket 4. That pocket will only go in as far as the first piece of paper, so bear that in mind. That is another little idea. What I would do for this particular one, to make sure I cut it to the right size for starters. Oh, and the next bit, so I had 4 pieces of paper, didn't I? And you're probably thinking, well, where's the 4th piece, Sue? So, sorry, I'm not with it. I've not been up that long. Well, I have actually. What? No, that's not right. I haven't set my clock right. So you've got your 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you come along with your 4th piece and fold it in half and stick it there, there and there onto there. So then you get a long pocket. Okay, I can't show you one of these made because I haven't made one yet, but you will see this and the other one in one of the journals I'm making, whether it's going in the green journal, excuse me, whether it's going in the green journal or one of the others, I don't know, but I will be using these pocket ideas in one of my journals somewhere. So that's that. So it looks, can you see? Let me ink it because I think you'd be able to tell a bit better where pockets are and things if I actually inked it, wouldn't you? You're saying yes, so it's as clear as mud. I'll just think where my pockets are going to be. Okay. And then this one is going to have pockets right along. But you can stick a little dot of glue across the middle if you want, so that you can, you know, properly separate those pockets like that. And then this one, which you should be able to see now, will be stuck on the edge of there, and that gives you that look. But you will have tags sticking out there, tags sticking out there, something longer sticking out there, and something behind there. I'll bring you down so that you can actually see what I'm doing. Close-up work. Whoa, close-up work. There you go. So it looks like that. It would look like that on your page. It wouldn't have that bit sticking out because you'd have cut it properly. Unlike me, who can't cut, can't fold, can't do anything straight. But there you go. That's a little page pocket idea. And I think that's quite cute. And that came out of my head this morning. Can you believe it? My head produced an idea when I just woke up. Hence all these little bits of paper which I've been using with the things on. So yeah, that's it. That's my little doodad that I did this morning, just tearing bits of paper. And then the other one is that one, so you can see it up close with tuck spot. Well, let's use the pink. Tuck spot, pocket, pocket. There you go. Isn't that wonderful? Or if your paper actually does really manage to fold out to the edges and back, you've got like a little envelope kind of thing there, which you can tuck something bigger in, as wide as the pocket. I'm going to have to perfect this because my folding techniques are not good. That is a long, tall pocket. Yep. And that is a long, tall pocket. And that can have a tag or something in it at the back. So I hope you enjoyed that. That was 24 minutes. That's pretty good going for me. Yeah, I hope you liked that idea. You will see one of these in my journals, like I say, but I've got to perfect this whole folding malarkey and getting these a wide enough paper so as I can get these at the edges like that other one. So that was an 11.5. Oh, interesting. So yeah, to cut, just make sure you get your two like little side bits of the back. You don't want to crease your back. You just want to get them two edges together so that you can tear. And make sure your other bit's right, otherwise it ain't going to tear right, is it? Right from the top, down, 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 down at an angle. Oh, this paper's still too long, isn't it? I ain't cut it off. Hello, Charlie. Charlie's sat behind me ever so quiet. So fold in, fold back out again. So them two are coming in, them two are going out. That's coming in, and that's the end. These are a bit too long. So shall we tear them off? Oh, we could even fold them again. Oh, if you've got a really long piece of paper, you could have 1 pocket, 2 pockets, 3 pockets, 4 pockets. Hey, that's cool, isn't it? If you could go out again. Anyway, sorry. I don't half get distracted, don't I? But I think you get the gist. It's like doing that, what do they call it? A waterfall card or something, but it kind of goes off to one side and we just fold it over. It's a similar kind of principle to that, but doing where we would have an A4 piece of paper like that and cut it downwards and then you fold and then fold, so you get like a, it's coming down in size kind of. I've got one. Let me get one, because my explaining is rubbish this morning. I've got one in my thing here somewhere. Where are you? There we go. One I made ages ago on camera. We get, whoopsie, we get we get this Zorro. Right, yeah, you get that. So that is just, well, I can't open it, can I? Because I've stuck it. Have I stuck it? No, I haven't stuck it, you stupid woman. So that's just an A4 piece of card, and I've literally just cut across the middle of it. You fold one bit back, so you like that, and then you fold the other bit that way. So you've got that. It's that principle, but doing it to two sides, yeah? I think you get me. I know you get me, because you're clever. This is quite cool. I made this out of 2 pieces of card, because I've put notches in there. So you've got a pocket there, pocket there, pocket there, pocket there, in there, and then you've got a pocket in there but a one in there as well. Well, you've got notches in all 3, haven't you, really? And then pockets on all of them. Oh, I like that. I could put that in my one of my journals that I'm doing. Anyway, sorry, distracted again. I get distracted by paper. Anyway, I don't know what my son's doing now. He came home and he's gone again. So I'm like, oh, where's he gone? He took his son home and then he were going to the gym. But I'm thinking he's probably been to the gym by now. Unless he's took him, called back home for something and then got to the gym. I don't know when I'm having my dinner today until he comes back. I keep putting off, so I'm like, oh, I'll just wait till he gets home. I'm absolutely flipping starving now. But anyway, there you go. They're my little ideas. I hope you liked them. Oh my days, I need to actually make some so I can take a picture to put on this video. Really? Okay. Oh, all right. Well, I think I'll just lay these out actually and just, yeah, take a picture of that, decorate them up a little bit. But those are my ideas that just came into my head, and these are just bits of random paper that were in my bedside drawer. So I actually really like that little one. I might just decorate it up and make it pretty. Its folding's a bit, you know, rubbish, but what's new, Sue? Oh! A big fly just flew past my ear then. Oh no. Gotta get him out. See you later, guys. Gotta get rid of the fly. Thank you for watching. See you all soon. Bye.